Hi everyone and welcome to our video. So we're going to talk about the mediatization of health, the case of COVID-19 and how this affects us since we are still in the midst of this pandemic. After showing our evidence of this mediatization, Nora and Noah will discuss two theoretical concepts. But first now we would like to show a video about why Corona is also known as the fake news pandemic.
Authorities.
Scott and his team analysed the content, origin and reach of 225 pieces of fake news.
About 60% of the content involved recontextualizing, reworking, or reframing, a grain of truth or a true fact in a way that it was no longer true.
For instance, one video claimed to show crows in the centre of Wuhan at the height of the pandemic, with text implying they were attracted by dead bodies.
In fact, this video was from another city in China, 1,000 miles away. While it did show crows, those crows being right in this city had nothing to do with the pandemic at all.
The team also found that mainstream media was not exempt from spreading fake news.
We did see a significant amount of misinformation in the sample that was on television, things like press conferences or presidential debates. And that could also be a very significant channel of this type of misinformation.
For our second example, we will be analyzing a couple of tweets made by former President of the United States, Donald Trump. The following tweets are composed in similar formats, all referring to the virus COVID-19 as the Chinese virus instead. In reference, since these tweets emerged, they have been linked with a rise in anti-Asian content on Twitter, as well as anti-Asian hate speech and incidents, which will be examined shortly.
Mediapolis refers to a mediated public space, and it points to the constitution of politics or public life taking place on an increasingly public scale, in which everyone is connected despite physical boundaries. Twitter is a perfect example of this, because people share their experiences and are connected. The situation in Wuhan shows how people easily share their stories all over the world, because it is just so easy for people to share really whatever on this mediated platform. As a consequence, much misinformation is being spread. In addition, in his tweet, Donald Trump accused China of being the cause of the COVID-19 pandemic. He expresses his opinion in the public space and thereby reaches out to his followers. However, this tweet was reported by Twitter as containing misleading information. As well as we all know, Trump now is banned from Twitter because of his outrageous statements. This removal from Twitter can be seen as an exclusion from the Mediapolis.
Moving on, the parallax theory elaborated by Slavoj Zizek talks about how individuals' ideals influences the ways in which they internalize information and what is present in front of them. It talks of how contemporary media can be used to remix and edit people's perceptions of reality and the actual appearance of reality. In the case of our example video, we see that many fake news stories are not entirely fabricated, that is to say they're not entirely fake, but they are mostly tweaked versions of reality that are made to fit an agenda and push forward certain ideals and beliefs that certain people are more likely to believe. In doing so, modern media gives people a chance to line up their idealism, what they want to be true, what they want the world to be, and what they imagine the world should be, with materialism, which is, what is actually apparent which is reality. The tweets showcase this disparity as well, because most of us see the ignorance and know how fake these tweets are. We know that Donald Trump's tweets are not the accurate reality, but to others that support him and with a different set of ideals, these tweets are largely positive and are seen in a positive light.